Good afternoon, morning, or evening, whatever time you might be watching this video. We're going to be talking a little bit about a topic in Chapter 3, zeros of polynomial functions. There's a little bit to talk about here, or I should say a lot to talk about, but we're going to start off hopefully kind of easy. We're going to take a look at a given number, k, and we're going to use synthetic division to decide whether or not that given number is a zero of a polynomial function. In this case, f, where f is defined by f of x equals x to the fourth plus x squared minus 3x plus 1. Okay, and the number that we want to decide whether or not it's a zero is a negative 1. So first up, we are going to be using synthetic division. Okay, and we want to check whether or not k equals negative 1 is a zero, which means that we are dividing by x plus 1. Okay, so if we want to check whether or not negative 1 is a zero, we need to divide by negative 1, which means that when we set up our synthetic division, guess what goes outside? Well, the actual k that they give us, which is a negative 1, right? Because when you divide by x plus 1, you have to change this sign here. Okay. The other thing we want to be aware of is the fact that we have an x to the fourth term, so a degree 4 term, and a degree 2 term. And we're missing a degree 3 term. So then we're going to need a 0 there as a placeholder under our, or when we set up our synthetic division. So our coefficients are 1x to the fourth, 0 x cubed, 1x squared, negative 3x plus 1. All right, so let's go ahead and divide. So we drop the first coefficient, we get a 1. We multiply here, negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. We add, negative 1. We multiply, negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. We add, and we multiply, and we add, and we multiply. All right, so now we add one last time, and we have a 6 here. So notice that since we were dividing a polynomial whose degree was 4, the quotient is degree 3, right? But that's not really what we're concerned with. What we are concerned with really is this remainder. See, since the remainder is 6, that tells us that f of negative 1 is equal to 6, right? And since f of negative 1 is equal to 6 and not 0, we say that k equals negative 1 is not a zero of f of x. All right, so just a quick and simple test. We just take our number k that goes outside of our synthetic division setup, and then the coefficients here go underneath, and we perform the synthetic division, and we examine the numerator. If the numerator is 0, then we say that our k is a 0. Otherwise, we say that it's not a 0. All right, I'll see you guys in a moment.